Well, it could well be that a new phrase is going to be entering the vernacular when it comes to finances. Maybe doing a quasi could actually be seen as a gamble in all sorts of ways. But let's not talk about the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Let's talk about something perhaps more important in terms of how to really be very, very careful when you start thinking about a get-rich-quick scheme, especially with respect to trading. And to actually talk about this, we're delighted to welcome the Academic Dean for the London Academy of Trading. That's Paddy Osborn. How are you, Paddy?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to connect with your good self. And as I mentioned, clearly there are one or two folk who might say, well, if the Chancellor of the Exchequer can actually do it, why can't we actually get a major sort of input in terms of this? But talk us through this research that's been done in terms of how people are continuing to look at ways in which they can seek out offers that may sound too good to be true, probably because they are.
Absolutely right. Yes, I mean it's amazing these days. We've seen experience of this that people get rich quick schemes and news, and everyone's been in trouble with them and whatever goes on all the time, and still 30% of people still are interested in these get rich quick schemes. I think at the end of the day there's a number of things that cause it. I mean, it's somewhat desperation. People go, I've got to do something, so let's just do this. To be brutally honest, it's sort of sometimes laziness, greed, all these other less attractive traits that people might have, because people want to they just want to have things quickly and easily. At the end of the day, there is no quick way to just make money. The only way to do that is to be lucky, and you can't base a strategy on being lucky. So it is slightly disturbing that 30% of people still are looking, sort of seem to be actively interested in these get rich quick schemes, which, to be honest, for me are get poor quick schemes, because if they're not a scam, an outright scam, they're still it's not feasible. You've got to understand markets, you've got to understand what you're doing, you've got to understand the instruments you're trading, and you've got to understand why things move and how they move and how you can take advantage of them. So for me, this is a rather ugly area of society.
Back in the 20th century, the cliched line was that stocks can go up as well as down. We've gone on a bit since then. Of course, cryptocurrency is very much in popular vogue. People hear all manner of stories of how you can make $1 million here, 5,000 there, 100,000 there, and so on. But in terms of the sources of that information, whether it's YouTube influencers or friends and family, is that again a case of you really need to be very careful in terms of who you're speaking to when it comes to financial advice?
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is that, if you've lost lots of money, you're not going to be saying, oh, I lost lots of money. If you make lots of money, you're going to be telling all your friends. So actually only the good stories come out. And so that's why, and I think people actually, there's nearly 25% of people talk to friends and family, and they'll all have a story of a success, a apocryphal story of a success. And then everyone gets excited and thinks it can happen to them. The amount of people at the Academy, we've had many, many people, a lot of students actually come to us because, and they're very honest, and they say, look, I traded crypto for a couple of years and I made a lot of money. And then in the last 3 or 4 months, I've lost it all and more. And I really realized I didn't know what I was doing. I just got lucky because I bought some and the damn thing doubled and doubled and doubled again. So it's luck, and you can't base a sort of an investment portfolio on luck. And so the fundamental thing is you need to learn why things move, understand how you can trade things, whether it's short or medium or longer term. But people, it does disturb me that people follow YouTubers and influencers. 20% I think are YouTubers and 25% just follow influencers. Just because someone can sing a nice song doesn't mean they can recommend good investments for you. So this is very disturbing. That world of social media is influencing people. People are so gullible almost. But they need to be a bit more realistic.
You raise a really interesting point there with respect to social media, because clearly one of the strengths of social media, some might say its weakness as well, is its tendency to be instant and to be immediate and to provide quick gratification and aspects with respect to that. Is that the danger, that when people have been looking at these things, they've kind of thought, well, yes, why can't we actually just literally have huge profits? And even though the Advertising Standards Authority put a package together in March this year to prevent the whole notion of FOMO appearing, fear of missing out, when these things were even advertised, there's still that nudge to say, yes, go on. And it's almost as though you've got a devil on one side saying, yes, it's all good, and the other one saying, actually, no, you just need to take time to reflect on this?
Yeah, it is very, very natural, for humans to want to better their lives. Absolutely, completely agree with that. There's no problem. But the thing is that I think people take advantage of that. Social media and various influencers or whoever it might be will be taking advantage of the known foibles of human character, which is greed and laziness and whatever it might be, to make money. So they are taking advantage of people, which is I think it's unfair. But the fact is, it keeps working. They keep making money from it, and the poor people that end up being influenced struggle. So what I would say is making money is not easy. You've got to anything. You can't be an accountant in 10 minutes. You can't be a Premiership footballer with kicking a ball 2 or 3 times. You've got to learn what you're doing. You've got to practice it, and then you've got to understand what you're doing, and then you're in a position to potentially be consistent and to make some nice profits. So that's what we do is we don't ever say you're going to be a millionaire by Christmas, unless you're a millionaire already, I guess. And we absolutely avoid this get rich quick. We don't have any promises of anything. We don't have bikini clad ladies on our website sipping champagne on yachts and stuff like this, which some of our competitors do. It's very much we're here to teach you useful information about financial markets, about how they move, about what the news does, how to read a chart properly, how to manage your risk, how to control your psychology and your emotions, which is absolutely the number one reason why people fail to succeed or fail to do as well as they should is lack of control of their emotions. So all of these things combined, really, you need to understand all of them, and then you can put together a sort of a structured and robust plan, and then the key thing is to be able to follow it. So that's again the emotions coming in there. But if you can manage your risk, then you're not going to lose your money. And the problem is that what happens is people will gamble. They might lose a little bit, which is manageable. Then they'll go, I'll try again, and they lose again, and then they go, I've got to double it up now to try and get that money back, and then they double again, and they go, all in, and
they chase their losses, Paddy. They chase their losses. Always a challenge.
We hear it time and time and time again, and we have students coming to us saying, I opened a trading account and I lost it, and I opened it again and lost it, and I lost 200,000. So I thought I'd come and learn what I'm doing. It's incredible, some of these stories. And at the end of the day, it takes time, it takes effort. It's not simple. It can be learned by anyone. It's also not for everyone. So we do 1 week introductory courses. So if you're not sure, you're thinking I'd like to do this, but I really don't know anything, so I don't know what I'm doing. Do a 1 week course and realize, okay, actually, this does look like something I can understand. I can then extend to a 12-week course, advanced diploma, etc., etc. So we offer all those different.
And so it goes. And lat.london is the place to go to find out further details about the London Academy of Trading. We still didn't actually really discuss the opportunity of doing a quasi, but that's, again, for something to decide. He might be absolutely right. It might be a genius move, and everybody else could be wrong. But, there we are. That's for discussion.
We'll see that in a few months' time.
Paddy Osborn, Academic Dean for the London Academy of Trading. Keep on keeping on.
Thank you very much.